Hare Krishna. Prabhujis, Matajis, thank you very much for taking up your time. So, prime time, right? Sunday evening. Somebody is waiting for this. Somebody is joining on this call. Is really, really, really appreciable, right?
बॉस का वो करना है पास
So, let me meet you all so that. Okay, now. So, if you have any questions, please put it on chat. I'll be checking. Om Jnanatimirandasya ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। Hare Krishna, Prabhujis, Matajis. Thank you very much for joining the call. So, we are in the discussion of Bhagavad-Gita. 5 subject matters of Bhagavad-Gita we have discussed so far. I'll put up the slide. Last week we have discussed the topic of karma elaborately, right? I hope you all remember. So in that karma portion, okay, let me share this and then we'll, okay, here slideshow. Okay, here is the one. Let me share it right. Share screen. Come on. This is the one. Okay. Now the science of yoga, the topmost yoga system. This is the subject matter. So before entering into this, let us recap a little bit about our past 5 topics of Bhagavad Gita. So what are the 5 topics of Bhagavad Gita? BJP, not Bharatiya Janata Party. BJP, KA, Kaka. So Bhagavad Gita in, what do you call? అరచేతిలో వైకుంఠం ఉంటుంది చూసారా, అలాగే మన అరచేతిలో భగవద్గీత అన్నమాట. రైట్. భగవాన్, జీవ, ప్రకృతి, కాల అండ్ కర్మ. These are the 5 subject matters of Bhagavad Gita. These are not only the 5 subject matters of Bhagavad Gita. These are the only 5 subject matters of entire philosophy, entire Vedic literature. You take Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads, Itihasas, Upavedas, Upapuranas, Aranyakas, Samhitas. There is so much is there. Hare Krishna. Sorry. So in that 5 subject matters, so now to be frank, you all know the Bhagavad Gita. Whoever have attended all the sessions so far, till last session, whoever has attended, they know Bhagavad Gita. You can boldly say that. If anybody asks you, hey, do you know Bhagavad Gita? Yes, I know Bhagavad Gita. It's as simple as that. Why? You know who is Bhagavan, you know who is Jiva, and you know what is the connection between these two, and you know what is Prakriti, what is Para Prakriti, what is Apara Prakriti, right? And you know what is time, Kala, and you know what is Karma also, right? What is the karma, what is vikarma, what is sakarma, what is akarma, what is collective karma, what is individual karma, what is delayed karma, what is instant karma, right? You all know all these things. So that means you all know Bhagavad Gita, right? So need little extension to, so yesterday last 2 sessions topic, what is that? Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, in 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, end of the 6th chapter, he said one important thing. After explaining Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, different types of yogas he has explained. After explaining, he gave the conclusion. Yoginam api sarvesham madgate na antaratmana. Who is the yogi? Whoever is thinking about me in their hearts. Yoginam api sarvesham. Sarvesham, of all the yogis. Yoginam api sarvesham madgate na antaratmana. In their hearts, whoever is thinking about me, same yukta tamo mataha. That is my opinion. After end of 6 chapters, Krishna is giving his opinion. He has given all the knowledge. Generally, if you go to a cloth shop, the salesman, what he does, he will bring all the clothes and drops in front of you, and he shows some demonstration also. If you wear this, you will look like this. If you wear this, you will look like this. You will put mirror in front. So many things he does. At the end, he says that he won't say, oh, select this one, take this one. He won't say that. It's up to you. This is my opinion. He gives his opinion. But for me, if you give me a choice, I would like to take this. But he won't force. Similarly, Krishna also giving his opinion. And he also said that, what is the shloka? Karmibhyopi matodikaha. 1 minute, I wrote the shloka, I forgot. What is that? Tapasvibhyo adhiko yogi. Tapasvibhyo adhiko yogi. Jnanibhyo pimatodikaha. Karmibhyaschadiko yogi. Tasmat yogi bhavarjuna. 646. 6th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita, 46 shloka. If you open Bhagavad-Gita, it is there. So what is saying? Karmibhyo adhiko yogi. The yogi is better than a karmi. We will discuss what is karmi. Okay, please don't be no, confused. So, so who is yogi? That yogi is better than a karmi. Karmibhyapi adhiko yogi. Jnanibhyopi matodikaha. And he is better than jnani also. And next to karmischabhyadhiko yogi is better than karmi. Sorry, first is tapasvi. First tapasvi, then jnani, then karmi. Then what is it? Tasmat yogi bhava Arjuna. Bhava means become. Arjuna, you please become a yogi. Why? This yogi is better than a karmi, better than a jnani, better than a tapasvi. And who is that yogi? Yoginam api sarvesham madgatena antaratmana. Whoever is thinking about me in their hearts, he is the real yogi. So that is the topmost yoga system. Right? So next, please be patient, please be attentive, please be patient. We are discussing today almost a conclusive session. This is the conclusion of last 5 sessions at almost 10 weeks or more than. So that's why actually all those sessions have been discussed to give this knowledge. Without discussing, I can give this knowledge directly, but you won't understand. So that's why I have to come from the beginning. Right? So now let's see. Yeah. So austere person, knowledgeable person, a working person. So these are the 3 types of people, especially in the spiritual side, in the spirituality. Whoever has accepted God, whoever is theist, forget about atheists, we're talking about theists only. For them, yoga is for men only, right? Not for animals. So we are talking about different yogas, right? So in the world, we will be hearing so many yogas. When I say yoga, what comes to our mind? 2 things come to our mind. One is a person whose beard is touching the ground, hairs grown, right? Is emaciated, his stomach is touching the back, his ribs are visible, is sitting in a lotus posture. This is the thing comes to our mind, isn't it? And the next one comes to our mind is, recently our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced International Yoga Day. So what they do on that day? they do exercise. It's called Vyayam. Is that yoga? Very interesting. It's called Yoga Day. Is that yoga? At one side we are showing a person who is emaciated, sitting in a, going into forest, sitting under a tree in the Himalayas. On the other side we are saying yoga means exercise, mass. Hundreds of thousands of people are doing exercises, bending the body left and right, up and down. Is that yoga? Unfortunately, we have been educated like that. Yoga means exercises. Yoga for digestion. Yoga for shapely body. Yoga for reducing the weight. Yoga for increasing the appetite. Yoga for increasing the sexual power. Yoga for everything. You have yoga for everything. You have yoga for concentration. You have yoga for getting good marks. But if you have Bhagavad-Gita, please open. If you look into the contents, the first chapter of Bhagavad-Gita is Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Now you tell me, what is the connection between Arjuna Vishada and yoga, and the yoga what we knew so far? Is there any connection? Zero connection. Next Sankhya Yoga, next Karma Yoga, next Jnana Yoga, Karma Sannyasa Yoga, next Dhyana Yoga. In this way, each and every chapter of Bhagavad Gita is named as yoga. If yoga means exercise, then what is the connection? Who is wrong? Is Bhagavad Gita is wrong? Or our Prime Minister is wrong? Or the so-called people who opened yoga studios all over the world, lakhs of yoga studios have opened. Are they wrong? Who is wrong here? We have to find out. That is our job. Right? So, point two, is that what Krishna recommending Arjuna to become? After hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna went to the Himalayas and put a Shirshasana. Did he do that? Then what is yoga? Is it not a big confusion? I have kept you under complete confusion. This is called proper confusion. It is needed. Confusion is needed. Right? Some struggle is needed. Then only some solution will come. Unfortunately, people don't know. People not even confused. Forget about it. They are simply taking yoga means okay, do exercise. Yoga means not exercise. Okay, so before understanding yoga, we have to understand what yoga is not also. That is more important. If you understand what yoga is not, understanding yoga is very easy now. Elimination process. You have to eliminate. Neti, neti, neti. There is a process called the elimination process. Not this, not this, not this, not this. In Mayavad philosophy, that word is there. Na iti, not this, not this, not this. Neti. So like that, we have to understand what yoga is not. Sometimes what happens in the early morning, 6 o'clock, in the TV open, switch on the TV, that's the time for yoga. In all the channels, you will see yoga. A slim girl will be doing yoga, fist for eyes, isn't it? And we all, we all follow that with nice music, background music, and yoga is going on. Is that yoga? So that is not yoga. Then what is yoga? Yoga is, the word yoga comes from a root word called yuj. Sanskrit word yuj. So what yuj means? Yuj means connection. So connection means what? Connection means at least it needs two things. Minimum two things are needed to connect, to link, to join, or to rejoin, or to relink, or to reconnect. Connect or reconnect, whatever it is. At least we need two things, minimum. Okay. So what are these two things? These two things are nothing but Bhagavan and Jiva. We have to connect these two things. So whatever is connecting Jiva and Ishvara, or Jiva and Bhagavan, is called yoga. The real meaning of yoga is this. What is that? Connecting individual consciousness and supreme consciousness. Atma and Paramatma. Jiva and Bhagavan is called yoga. Then why are we calling yoga exercises as yoga? Because as the time passes, earlier people have good understanding of what is yoga. But slowly when the time passes, people, they will choose whatever they want, whatever they like. They reject what they don't like or which is troublesome. So there is one yoga called Ashtanga Yoga. That is called Dhyana Yoga, 6th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita. In the Dhyana Yoga process, it's called Ashtanga Yoga. Ashta means 8, Anga means limbs. 8 limbs or 8-step process is a yoga process is there. In that there are 8 steps. What are they? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. How many? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. 5 plus 3. 8. So in that yoga, yama, yoga, niyama, yoga, asana, yoga, pranayama, yoga, pratyahara, yoga, dharana, yoga, dhyana, yoga, samadhi. This is the process. So out of 8 we have selected only one. What is that? Yoga asana. Yoga asanas. So in that we have removed asanas. We just stick to only yoga. So the just yoga asanas have become yoga. That yoga has become a yoga of the entire world in 2022. See, where are we now? Where is the yoga? What is the purpose of yoga? What is yoga? And where are we now? It's so unfortunate. So Kali Yuga, people are so much interested in eating, so they started eating up. So they ate everything, only left is yoga. Okay, so now we understood what is the real yoga. So whoever is following this yoga process is called yogi. So what he has to do? All his life, his activities, his thinking, his feeling, his willing, his speaking, everything should go around the linking process of soul and the super soul. He is called yogi. I hope you have got the understanding of what is yoga means. So tomorrow onward somebody says yoga, you are not confused. You know what is yoga, what yoga is really, and what yoga is not. Somebody says that, okay, let's do yoga, and he started putting his head down and legs up. You simply said, Babu, it's not yoga. You are doing yoga asanas. That's all. You are not doing yoga. Before doing yoga asanas, there are two more steps. What are yama and niyama are there. Yama means do's, niyama means don'ts, or niyama means don'ts and yama means do's. Basically do's and don'ts. Unfortunately, these people, what they are doing? Simply doing yoga asanas. If you go to Bhagavad-Gita 6th chapter, there are so many restrictions for following this Ashtanga Yoga. But people removed everything to this side and 5 that side. 7 removed, they kept only one thing called yoga asanas. So what they will get? Maybe some simple body shaping, weight reducing. That's all they will get. Otherwise, they won't get anything. Right? So this is what Krishna's meaning, Krishna's understanding to recommend to Arjuna to become Tasmat Yogi Bhava Arjuna. This yogi you have to become. With all his ways and means, by all his efforts, Arjuna has to become a yogi. That means what? He has to connect to God. That's why Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Vyasadeva named the first chapter of Bhagavad-Gita as Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Why Arjuna Vishada has become a yoga? What is the meaning of yoga? Yoga means to connect God, to link God. So Arjuna got confused. Arjuna got bewildered. In the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, what did he do? He connected to God. He approached God. Karpanya dosho pahata svabhavaha pruchyami tvam dharma sammuda cheta yashreyasya nishchitan bruhitan me shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam. What did he do? Shishyaste aham, Shishyas, I am the disciple, te, to you, aham, me. I have become your disciple and I am surrendering to you. What happened? Arjuna, I surrendered to Krishna. That means he is connected to God. Krishna is God. We have established who is God? Krishna is the God. Krishna is the only God. Right? Krishna is the only Bhagavan. Krishna is Param Atma. Krishna is Param Brahma. Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. We hear that. Sri Krishna Bhagavan, Krishna Bhagavan. We hear that again and again. But we don't pay much attention because there are so many things like that. That's why we think that this is also one of them. But there is a clear understanding. So now what happened? Arjuna's Vishada has become a yoga. So whatever is connecting a Jiva to Krishna, that is yoga. From today onwards, what is yoga? Whatever is connecting you to Krishna, whatever is connecting Jiva to Krishna is called yoga. You can name some yoga, some XYZ yoga, some ABC yoga. Whatever you do. Yat karoshi, yad asnasi, yad juhosi, dadasi, yat tapasya sikaunteya, tat kurusva madarpanam. Yat karoshi, whatever you are doing, that is, whatever you are doing for Krishna's sake, with that you are connecting to Krishna, That is yoga. Okay, now we know what is real yoga means. So Arjuna, Vishada Yoga, Sankhya Yoga. If you go to second chapter of Bhagavad-Gita, is named as Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya means Sankhya. Sankhya means number. What is that number? Which number? Which number is talking about? Sankhya means 24. Not 9 or not 8, not 7, not 18. There is a number 24 number. Why it is 24? There are 5 indriyas, 5 5 jnanendriyas, 5 karmendriyas, 5 tanmatras, 5 panchabhutas, and mind, intelligence, ego, mahatattva. In this way, there are 4 5s plus 3, 23 plus 1, 24. This is called Sankhya. This Sankhya, using this Sankhya, we are connecting to God. That's called it Sankhya Yoga. Again, yoga came. Isn't it? So now, if you look into Bhagavad-Gita, well, one more important thing is, yoga for whom? Yoga for human beings only, right? Out of 84 lakhs of species, 4 lakhs of human beings. So this yoga is for 4 lakhs of people, not for 80 lakhs. 80 lakhs cannot do yoga. Have you ever seen? A tiger is doing yoga, a monkey is doing yoga. Of course, monkeys does lot of yoga. But that's not a real yoga. This is for human beings. So before understanding further yoga, let us understand these human beings. 4 lakhs types of human beings are there. 400,000 types of human beings are there. So these 400 types of human beings can be divided into, broadly categorized into 2 divisions. Who are they? One is law abiders, another is law breakers. One follows the law, one breaks the law. Isn't it? In the state, there are 2 types of people who are following the rules and regulations. And whoever is not following the rules and regulations, where they will be? They will be in the jail. Similarly, in the 400,000 human beings, there are 2 types. Law breakers and law makers. So before understanding law makers, let us understand law breakers. Who are these law breakers? They don't accept any laws. This world is filled with almost law breakers. 99.99% of the people are law breakers only. Why? How? Because these law breakers, they are hard working materialistic people. They don't have any concept of God. To be frank, they are atheists. Maybe superficially they may say God is there, they go to temple, they do so many things. But in the heart of the hearts, if you put a gun on their back and ask, then they say God is not there. Right? So whatever they are doing for their own sense enjoyment. Ahara nidra bhaya maidhunancha. Eating, sleeping, mating and defending. This is their plan. So whatever they are working from morning, from the getting up in the morning to sleeping in the night, whatever they are doing for these 4 things. We have discussed that in the first session. What is that? How to eat better, how to sleep better, how to mate better, how to defend better, how to earn better, how to earn more, eat more, sleep more, mate more, earn more, from the beginning to the end. So these are the law breakers, right? Not only that, not only that. Uh, 1 minute. Okay, okay, where is this? So I'm just going. 1 minute. Where is this? Yeah, I just. Yeah. Mm. Okay, please watch. Yeah, I have discussed this. What is not yoga? What is yoga? Okay. Man with extraordinary mystic powers. Okay, one more thing I forgot to tell you. One more important understanding of our what yoga is not. I forgot. Generally, we think that there are some people, they show some mystic powers. There are 8 mystic means siddhi, perfection. There are 8 perfections, 8 siddhis. What is that? Anima, Garima, Laghima, Prapti, Prakamya, Isita, Vasita. These are the 8 Ashta Siddhi, Nava Nidhi. Ashta Siddhis are there. So we look at these kind of people, they also do like yoga, exercise, yogasanas, and they do these mystic things. Like, they'll float in the air. Have you ever seen a person floating in the air? And they will be drinking fire. They are walking on the water. They are going under the water and being there for some time. So this is also perfection. This is also yoga process. This is the effect of yoga process. Ashtanga yoga process. Basically, I have to mention that word. It's not simple yoga process. It's Ashtanga yoga process. Are they real yogis? No, they are not the real yogis. So, man with extraordinary powers. You see the person who kept his head under the ground. He buried his head in the ground and he is doing a Padmasana on top, completely upside down. This is there. We look at him as he says he is a yogi. Is he yogi? There is a nice story. In Bengal, Bengal is filled with rivers, especially Ganga river, right? There is one person who is meditating from his childhood. He meditated. One day, he started walking across the river, across on the water, right? That means he has done so much tapasya and he achieved the perfection. What is that perfection? Walking on the water. But there is another person who is also doing the same thing. He is also walking on the water in a different way. He is not only walking on the water, he is also making others to walk on the water. How? By boat. By simply paying him 25 paisa, he will make you to cross the river. So this person, after spending his entire life, he is crossing the river, and the other person is also crossing and is also making others to cross just by 25 paisa. So you tell me who is intelligent? Just by paying 25 paisa, crossing the river is intelligent, or spending your entire life to just walk on the water. Who is intelligent? Who is enjoying more? So this is like that. So people are so much interested in these mystic powers, right? Okay, let's go further. Yeah, yoga. What actually it is? Union in love between the individual consciousness and supreme consciousness, between soul and God. Yoga is a person whose life and activities are oriented towards re-establishing this relationship with God. This is important. Establishing or re-establishing. Why we say it's re-establishing? Because the connection is already there, but we forgot. That's why we call it as re-establishing. In fact, we are all connected with God. It's not that we have to do something new, but we forgot the connection with God. If we don't have connection with God, we don't speak, we don't think, we don't act, we don't do anything. If we leave the connection with God, we have connection with God. That's why we are doing all these things. But we didn't know that we have connection with God, right? So now what we are doing, what this yoga means, we just have to reviving our last relationship or forgotten relationship. And one more thing is regaining our last relationship. That is nothing but yoga. So this we have discussed. Now, okay, so different types of human beings, I mentioned this now. So we'll hear the broad categorization: law abiders and law breakers. So who are these law breakers? Okay, and law abiders can be divided another 4 divisions: karmisu, jnanisu, and dhyanisu or yogis, and bhaktas. These are the law abiders. And before, and next is law breakers. We are talking about the law breakers. So karma is also again divided into 2: sakama karmis and nishkama karmis. So before entering into this law abider section, and we are discussing law breaker section. So hard working materialists. So they are doing from morning to evening. They are working very hard. Just like people are working as if they are living for working. Especially in the software industry, you see the people. They will be working 10, 12, 14, 18 hours, 24 hours. In America, I know some of my friends. They go to workplace and they will be there only. They provide nice food inside, nice bathroom, and nice bedroom also. So they will provide everything. So you just go there and be there for 3 days and work like a donkey. You will get nice money, nice salary, right? So these hard working people, they think that money is everything. Money makes many things, but they don't know that money breaks so many things. So the whole idea of life is to, as I mentioned, ahara nidra bhayamaidhunancha samanyametat pashubir naranam. In the forest, the animals also eating, sleeping, mating, defending better than human beings without doing any hardware, software, what is that, PhD, nothing. Without doing anything, they are living a better life than human. These hardcore materialists. But so it is said that they are sophisticated animals. Why sophisticated animals? Because without any sophistication, animals are enjoying. But here these people are with sophistication. They are enjoying animalistic propensities, animalistic enjoyment with sophistication. So that's why it's called well-dressed, two-legged, sophisticated, PhD, triple PhDs animals. Because the job is same, right? If you look into these lives, what is there? Eating, sleeping, mating and living. Anything else? You tell me. Recently I was thinking, people are people are going to schools and colleges. So what are they learning there? After paying lakhs of rupees, dollars, and what are they learning? It is said that the present education system is slaughtering. Nowadays, especially in Andhra and Telangana, these big corporate institutions are there. So what they are doing? Slaughtering. Before entering the slaughterhouse, the child is very nice, polite, God conscious. So many things are there. After 12 years or after 15 years or 17 years, they come out as a atheist, having an acid bottle in their hands. You love me, otherwise I will pour acid on your face. Where they have learned all these things? In these educations, corporate educations, isn't it? So what is happening? Are they doing anything? Is there any transformation? No transformation. Of course, from positive to negative transformation has happened, but no better transformation. So this is the situation. So that's why it's called sophisticated, conditioned to the bodily concept of life. So they don't believe in soul, they don't believe in rebirth, they don't believe in God. Forget about spiritual world. If you tell them about spiritual world is that, they'll laugh at us. You people are crazy. You don't have any sense. You are wasting your time, you are wasting your life. This is their understanding. Don't discriminate between sinful and pious activities. They do, just to do it. On the t-shirt it is written, just do it. Whatever comes to your mind, whatever you feel good, do it. Don't worry about. You can do wherever, whatever you want, wherever you want, however you want, whenever you want. Just do it. Because it makes you happy. It makes your senses happy. It's happy. It's pleasing to your ears. It's pleasing to your eyes. It's pleasing to your tongue. It's pleasing to your skin. Just do it. It's nothing new. It's there. It's old philosophy only. There is one Muni. His name is Charvak. Charvak Muni. This Charvak Muni, Charvak. Vak means walk, speech. Char means sweet, sweet to your ears. Whatever he speaks will be very pleasant to your ears. That's why his name is Charvak. What he said? Runam kritva gritam pibhet yavat jivetu sukham jivet. Bhasmibhutasya dehasya kutha punaragamanam bhavet. What he said? Runam kritva gritam pibhet. In the olden days, ghee is a costly thing. Not everybody affordable. So if you want to eat ghee, you have to spend some money. If somebody is eating with ghee, means he is a very rich person. But here he is telling everybody should drink, eat with ghee. Not everybody is so rich. That's what he said. Runam kritva, beg, borrow and steal. Do something, get money and eat with ghee nicely. Runam kritva gritam pibhet yavat jivet sukham jivet. As long as you live your life, you should be happy, comfortable. Not happy, that's not happy life, it's a comfortable life. Sukham means comfort. Comfort to your tongue, comfort to your ears, eyes, nose, tongue, everything. Yavat jivet sukham jivet. Why? Because he said next, what about the sinful life? If you are taking debt, you will be debtor. You will incur sin. You have to take birth again. All those things are injunctions are there. So then what he said? Basmi bhutasya dehasya. Once this body has become a fist of ashes, basmi bhutasya dehasya kuta punaragamanam bhavet. Have you ever seen somebody coming back? Do you think that there is a life after death? Have you ever seen? Somebody did tell you that okay, I was somebody in the past life. Did ever anybody told you? Nobody told you. So then don't worry about it. I recently forwarded a video where a person from past life, he was telling all his past life memories. But it is there. But Charvak didn't know all those things. He didn't believe in all those things. That's why he is telling that, okay, forget about it. Basmi bhutasya dehasya kuta punaraganam. Just enjoy. This is the life of law breakers. Okay. Next. So make futile attempts to being controllers. So what they do? They'll do all their efforts to be the controllers, proprietors, enjoyers, everything they are doing. So they want to accumulate as much as possible. Thousands, lakhs, crores, 100 crores, thousands of crores. We know some people. They are accumulating millions of billions, trillions of rupees or dollars. So for what? To enjoy. But how much ever you enjoy, how much you earn, what is your level of enjoyment? It is said that 5 things are already decided. When you are in the womb of the mother, these 5 things are already decided. How much bodily enjoyment you are going to get? What is the education you are going to get? What work you are going to do? When are you going to die? And one more thing. So these 5 things are already decided. So how much ever you endeavor in this world, you are not going to increase your enjoyment, improve your enjoyment. That's already decided. If we know this, then our life will be different. If we don't know this, our life will be different. So point is, these law breakers, what they do? They spend entire their life for these bodily pleasures. Just like sometimes we see parents will take the kids to the seashore, leaving the kids on seashore. They will be playing in the sand, and the parents will be talking, right? So looking at the waves, will be talking, but the kids are busy making the castles. They build the castles on the sand, isn't it? 2 kids building big castle, putting the wet sand, building a big castle, pile of sand. They build a castle, and from both sides, one kid the other side and other kid this side, they will be making a hole from under the castle, and at one point they will touch each other, meet each other, and they become very happy. Why? Because they build a castle which has not crumbled, still there, isn't it? And they, they congratulate each other. They jump up and down in happy because we made it, we did it. We'll see on these things. I did it. People will be showing like I did it. They show their fist. Similarly, these kids also are doing that, but they are oblivious. They are neglect of the other thing. What is that? The ocean waves are there. Ocean waves are coming one by one, one by one, one by one. One ill-fated wave will come and hit the castle, and everything will be smashed. And they will be crying, they will be rolling on the ground, hitting with the legs with ground, and they coming to the parents for some solace, and people will be parents will be laughing at them, isn't it? Foolish people, foolish kids, they don't know that waves are coming. You should know that. But we are laughing at the parents are laughing at the kids. But the parent situation is also like that. Why? They are also building the castles. They are also building 5 BHK, 10 BHK, 3 BHK, isn't it? They are also not, they are also oblivious to the time. Right? Time is one sunrise and one sunset and one sunrise. One day we are closer to death. Anytime death can come. Death can come to anybody, anytime, anywhere. And this castle can be collapsed. Just like the castle on the sand. So that's why Jesus Christ said, don't build castles on the sand. Build the castles on the rock, so that it will stay forever. What is that rock? Is nothing but spiritual life. This material life is like a sand on castles and sand on the ocean shore, right? But the spiritual life, whatever you do on the spiritual side, it's an eternal benefit. It will be there for life after life after life after life after life. Eternal benefit. So the point is, yeah. So let us not build castles on the sand. So generally these law breakers, they will be building the castles on the sand. But if you tell them, you crazy people, you law breakers are crazy people, you are materialistic people, you are crazy. But they say that you are crazy to the spiritualist. The spiritualist telling the materialistic person as a crazy, and the materialistic person telling the spiritualistic as crazy. Isn't it? If you go to doctor, if you go to the mental hospital, in the mental hospital, the mental people, the crazy people, the mad people in the cells, they think that the doctor is crazy. But the doctor thinks that those people are crazy. But who is crazy? Isn't it? We have seen. If you go to any mental hospital, we'll see that these people will be, if they are not crazy, why they are kept in the cells? But according to their understanding, these people who are outside, they are crazy. That's why they kept us in the cell. It's like an example. Sometimes it happen. One person went to hospital, mental hospital. So one person in the one mad fellow in the cell, he stood on the bench and he was starting giving a lecture. Not for 5-10 minutes. He was speaking for hours together. And somebody went to and asked him. He said that, don't disturb me. I am speaking to 10,000 people. I am President of America. What does that mean? There are no 10,000 people, and he is not the speaker. It's not America. He is not the President of America. That means what? He is crazy. So what is the definition of crazy? This is the point I am making. What is the definition of madness? What is the definition of crazy? Whom we call as crazy? The real meaning of, the real definition of crazy is somebody who thinks something that he is not. That's called crazy. This Pagal, mad fellow, is thinking that he is the President of America. That's why he is crazy. That's why he kept into the cell. Because he is thinking that something he is not. Isn't it? So we can call anybody like that. We can call anybody mad basing on this definition. If he is thinking something other than, I am President of India, You can put me in jail or in mental hospital. Why? I am not President of India. Right? Similarly, this is applies to the materialistic people. How? These materialistic people are thinking that they are body. But are they body? We have discussed, elaborate one session, who I am I session, we have discussed who I am I. I am a spirit soul. Beyond doubt we have proved that I am not this body, I am spirit soul. Isn't it? So we can spend some more time here. Are we body or the soul? Right? So we are the soul. How? How we are not the body? If you think you are the body, when a person dies, what are we doing with that body? Yesterday, interestingly, coincidentally, yesterday I went to a funeral where people are scared to touch the dead body. Because I know I touched. I was doing all the things. Because it's all dead body, just dead body. Nothing is there. It's a dead matter. Nothing is going to happen. Whatever you do with the dead body, nothing is going to happen. But people are afraid to look at the body, touch the body. Even though they are kids, her kids only. Our daughters and sons are scared to touch. To do certain rituals also, they are scared to come closer. Arey, it is your mother. She begot you. She raised you. She loved you. She fed you. She bathed you. She dressed you. She did everything for lifelong. But when she died, you are scared to come to her. So what is the difference? That means who is your mother? The body which is lying there, motionless, is that your mother or something else your mother? If the body is your mother, so why didn't you keep inside in the home only? Why you want to throw out her? That means the person is not the body. The person is the soul. So, but what is this materialistic people thinking? The body is everything. They are working for the body. Isn't it? They are dressing the body. They are bathing the body. They are decorating the body. They are feeding the body. They are doing everything for the body. They are not doing anything for the soul. So now the conclusion is, if you think you are the body, but you are the soul, that means you are crazy. You are a mad, right? you are the mad fellow, because you are thinking something which you are not. You are thinking your body, but you are soul. Just like the person in the jail, mad fellow, is thinking, is after all ordinary human being in the mental hospital, he is thinking the President of America. That means he is crazy. Same logic applies here also. I am spirit soul, but I am thinking body. This other way, somebody body thinking spirit soul. Right? Actually I am body, but I am thinking some spirit soul. That is another way of looking at it. So ultimately the point I am making here is, the definition of mad is, we are thinking something which we are not. Right? We are spirit souls, part and parcel of Krishna. But we are thinking we are bodies and working entire life for the pleasure of this body. That means we are crazy. Right? So now it is said that the patient is thinking doctor is crazy, but the doctor knows the patient is crazy. One is thinking, another is knowing. The difference, you see the difference. The difference between the patient and doctor. Patient think, you can think anything. But the doctor is knowing. He has got the knowledge. Here the spiritualist has the knowledge of Bhagavad-Gita. With that knowledge, he is telling that these materialistic people who are law breakers are crazy. Even the materialistic maybe think, abuse the spiritualist that, well, you are crazy. No problem. But we know. Right? So this is the situation of the materialistic people, lawbreakers. Okay? So that's why Krishna said in Bhagavad-Gita, keep focus on the soul. Whatever you do for the soul is eternal. The entire Bhagavad-Gita, the first lesson of Bhagavad-Gita starts with soul, knowledge of soul on soul, from shloka number 20, no, 11th to 30. Almost 20 shlokas Krishna is talking about soul. The fundamentals of spirituality is knowledge of the soul. So that's why Krishna said, spend enough time understanding soul. That is the beginning. Right? So whatever, that's why it is a eternal. So now, yeah, prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha ahankara vimudatma karta aham iti manyate. So what Krishna said in Bhagavad, prakrite kriyamanani. Prakriti is doing everything, but you think that you are the doer. So that's why these materialistic things, people, they in their activities, moghasha, moga karmano, moga jnana vichetasa, rakshashim asurinchaiva, prakritim mohinim srita. So whatever the activities they do, they are baffled in this activity. They are thinking something and happening, they are expecting something and happening something. Man proposes, God disposes. So we know that. So like that, these law breakers will be ending in their life in chaos. Okay, now let's come to law abiders. So in these law abiders, there are 4 types we mentioned. Karmis, Jnanis, Dhyanis and Bhaktas. Now let's take the Karmis. Very important, because these words are very, very important and very purposeful. Unfortunately, in India, we use words left and right. But in this word, everything is, it has got specific definition and meaning and application. Karmi, Karma Kanda, Sakama Karma, Nishkama Karma, Karma Yogi, Nishkama Karma Yogi. Just for the only karma portion, there is so much. Krishna dedicated, or Vasudeva dedicated 2 chapters for this karma yoga. Right? So that's why, so we have to understand clearly, no confusion. After end of this session, there should not be any confusion on yoga. Any yoga for that matter. Entire yoga system, we should have complete understanding. So now, apart from law breakers, law abiders may look like same. I'll tell you how. So in this karmi means forgot. Yeah. So these law breakers can be called as karmis. Why they are karmis? Whatever they are doing for their own sense gratification, own selfishness. That's why they call karmis. Okay. Now law abiders also called karmis in a little different way. So they are called karma kandis. Karma kanda. Whoever follows karma kanda, they are called karma kandis. One is a karmi, another is a karma kandi. What is the difference between karmi and karma kandi? The little difference I'll tell you. The karmis, they don't have any idea about God. Zero connection with God. Just today they do some activity, they'll get some result. That's all. Whereas karma kand is, in their life there is a connection with God, especially devatas. In the entire our Vedas, 4 Vedas, 70% are our Vedas are talking about karma kanda. That means what? You do something to this devata, you will get something. If you want to get a job, worship this devata. If you want to get married to, you worship another devata. If you want to get a job, worship another devata. If you want to get kids, worship another devata. You got a power, position, worship another devata. In this way, in Srimad Bhagavatam, if you want to let me know, I will give you a list. What to do? People, unfortunately, they don't know whom to worship for what. For them, it's a chaos. They go to different god and worship something, ask for something else. If you go to finance minister and ask for health, what finance minister can do? Or if you go to what do you call agriculture minister and you ask for some industry, what he will do? Actually, in Devatas, there is a clear portfolio. Segregation is there. Right? So here, these karmakandis, what they do? They have good knowledge. Whom to worship for what? So, with whatever they get, they will enjoy. Again, their sense gratification, same thing. Ahara nidra bhayam aidunancha. The difference is with some devata in the picture. These are called karma kandis, or you can call sakama karmis. The other one, without help of God, without knowledge of God, they are doing the same thing. Here, with the knowledge of God, they are doing the same thing. But both are karmis only. Right? Sakama karmi. Next, nishkama karmi. What is nishkama karmi does? He also will go to devata, but he will not for his enjoyment. He will be doing it for somebody else. But again the same thing. Only thing is, he is not asking for himself, he is asking for somebody else. But ultimately, whether your pleasure or somebody's pleasure, it is karma only, karmi only. It's called sakama karmis. Little further, karma means what? Sorry, kama means material desires, sakama means with material desires. So with material desires, you are approaching a devata and worshipping him according to the requirements, according to the procedure, rules and regulations. You are getting the result and you are enjoying it. And whether maybe enjoying in this lifetime or in this world, enjoying in next world, whatever, it's ultimately its own enjoyment, self enjoyment only, sense enjoyment only. It's temporary. Right? So this is the situation of sakama karmis. Perform pious activities with a fruitive intent. Yeah, do lot of punya. Do this charity, go to the temple, do this yajna, so many things. Do this some what do you call? Yeah, charity only, right? Yeah, dana, yeah, tapa, do some austerity, follow some fasting, some voluntary inconveniences. So, what is the intent behind all these things? Just to get some materialistic temporary pleasure, which most of the time, it lasts for one lifetime. Or if it is more, you may be going to Swargaloka. Right? Punya. If the punya is increased more and more, you go to the upper planetary systems, which are in this material world only, not beyond this material world. Maybe going to Swargaloka. Topmost is Brahmaloka. With your punya is increased, you go to Brahmaloka. Your papa is increased, you go to Pataloka. So from top to bottom, you will be roaming here only. So, but again, point is, it's karma, karmi only. Okay. Don't know that both good and bad karma are binding. Important thing. Very, very important thing. Pious activity, sinful activity, both will be binding the soul to this body, to this material world. Unfortunately, most 99.99% of the people don't know the difference between a spiritual activity and a pious activity. Pious means punya, spiritual means adhyatmika. They don't know the difference. They think that both are same. The adhyatmika activity, the spiritual activity will release you, or deliver you, whereas the pious activity will bind you to this material world. Right? If you earn, you have to enjoy. Putting in the bank and you have to enjoy it. Or if you take loans and you have to suffer. Right? Both are binding you. Whereas the spiritual activity will elevate you, will remove you from out of this material world. So that is important. So but this sakama karma, whether it's good or bad, it will bind you. Binding means what? Taking birth, getting old age, getting diseased and die. Again, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jatare shayanam. Legs up, head down, 9 months, again and again, in each and every body, whether it's a human body, whether it's a cat body, dog body, hog body, any body, you have to do the tapasya, head down, legs up, again and again, punarapi, punarapi, punarapi. This is going on. So, sakama karma is not a good thing. So, in the madness, forget the goal of life. One time what happened, Indra was cursed to become a pig. So he became a pig on the earthly planet. He was supposed to in Swargaloka. He is the king of the heaven. But he offended his guru. The guru cursed him to become a pig in the earthly planet. So Indra became a pig on the earthly planet. And he was living like a pig in a village on the earthly planet. And he was there for a long time. Brahma saw this fellow completely forgot about his previous position of Indra. Brahma came to him, hey Indra, you know that you are Indra? Well, I know I am Indra, I was Indra. Then why don't you come? Would you like to come back? He said that no, I don't want to come back. Why? Because this is very nice life. Eating stool every morning, hot, having so many kids, so much love and affection. So this life is much better than that Indra position. It's always tension. It's always the devatas are, demons are fighting, so many things are happening. Instead of having those so many that tension, this is much better. So this is the situation. So madness. In the madness, forget the goal of life. So goal of life is to not become Indra, not become pig. Both are same. One is dry, another is waste. The goal of life is to get out of this material world. No bhuloka, no swargaloka, no swarloka, no maharloka, no tapaloka, no brahmaloka. Only goloka, vaikunta. That is our goal. But unfortunately, in sakama karmis, they don't have. Right? It is meant for gradual elevation and not an... Okay. So now here is the question. Then why it is recommended? I said it is in Vedas. 70% of Vedas are talking about sakama karma or karma kanda. Why it is there? You are telling Vedas and it is there in Vedas, and Vedas are meant for following for human beings. Why it is there? The reason is it is there to uplift slowly one by one, gradually, step by step. Right? Now, in the sakama karma or karma kanda process, you are told to approach a devata. Earlier you are thinking that as a karmi, law breaker, you are thinking that there is no God. Everything is working working, everything is coming out of your action and reaction. But here little upliftment, some knowledge is given. You are not the God. There is a better person, there is a powerful, more powerful person there above you. You have to approach him, you have to ask him, you have to worship him. So what is all this process? It's a gradual training process. Sometimes it said that no, unless you get a PG, you won't get a job, right? So then why don't government make all the people directly enter into PG and give a certificate and give a job? Why we have to go to LKG, UKG, before that nursery, before that is play school, elementary school, secondary school, higher secondary school, intermediate, degree, PG, PhD. Why this many are there? Government directly can give a PhD degree and they can make him eligible for getting a job. Why this much is mentioned, given? Because the gradual elevation process, right? Here also we are told to approach the devatas, we are told to ask the devatas, get our needs, our wants from these devatas. Slowly you will be understanding. Slowly you will be frustrating with all these things, all these desires and fulfillments. One day you will come to a stage where why I am doing what I am doing, what nonsense I am doing. You will come to a stage. That's why even the Vedas also mentioned that karma kanda, sakama karma kanda, sakama karma or karma kanda. So next comes the nishkama karma. Nishkama karma is also called karma yoga. What is happening here in this nishkama karma yoga? Here yoga is added to karma. So what is the meaning of yoga? Connecting to God, linking the God. Through what? Through karma. God means here Krishna, not Devatas, not Bhagavan. So, no, yoga means connecting to Bhagavan. Unfortunately, English language has a problem. What is God? We are using everything for God. But in Sanskrit, clear definition, Devatas and Bhagavan. Yoga means connecting to Bhagavan Krishna. Now karma kanda is connecting to devatas. How many? 33 crore devatas. So there is a difference. So using karma yoga or nishkama karma, we are connecting to Krishna. That is what mentioned in Bhagavad-Gita, 3rd chapter, karma yoga. Karma yoga means whatever the activity you do, that should connect to Krishna. That should be connecting to Krishna. That should re-establish your last connection with Krishna. That is karma yoga. So now what is the journey? Law breakers as karmis, then next to karma kandis, that is sakama karma, then nishkama karma, that is nothing but karma yoga. Actually, before coming to karma yoga, no, the nishkama karma is there. That is what is that famous shloka of Bhagavad-Gita? If anybody asks, do you know Bhagavad-Gita? He said, yes, I know. Why? Karmanyevadhikaraste ma paleshu kadachana ma karma pala hetur bhumate sangostva karmani. Everybody knows in India. Because B.R. Chopra's Mahabharata starts with Karmanyevadhikaraste. Everybody knows. So what is that shloka is talking about? Nishkama karma. Karmani eva adhikaraste. Karmani means all the activities. Karmani eva adhikaraste. You have a right to perform activity. You have a right. You have a authority to do the activity. Karmani eva adhikaraste. Ma paleshu kadachana. Ma means no, don't. Ma paleshu kadachana. Don't have the proprietorship on the result. Don't think you are the reason for the result. You are the reason to do the activity, but not you are not the reason to the result, because the result may come or may not come. Ma paleshu kadachana ma karma pala heturбhu mate sangostu akarmani. What is it? So thinking that, well, I am not the reason for the result, let me not work. No, that is not. That is not mentioned. Ma karma pala hetu bhu mate sangostu akarmani. Don't be attached to not doing that work. Don't simply sit. Well, however the result is going to come, so why should I work? No. You have to work and leave the result. To whom? Forget about it. Just to leave the result. You just work and keep quiet. If the result comes, take it. If it doesn't come, don't worry. That is nothing but nishkama karma. Because you are not expecting any result. Nishkama karma. Now comes the karma yoga process. In karma yoga process, the result is given to Krishna. That's what Krishna told to Arjuna. Arjuna, you have to do karma yoga. What is that karma yoga? Arjuna's karma yoga. Arjuna has to fight. The result of fighting is given to Krishna. That's called karma yoga. Right? So in this also there are again sakama karma yoga and nishkama karma. Even you are connecting to Krishna and you are working, if the result comes, you keep it. You are connecting to Krishna and here with sakama karma. What are you doing? You are connecting to Krishna to get a benefit for your sake. So then nishkama karma yoga. Again karma yoga, that is nishkama karma yoga. Yoga means Krishna. So what is happening here? You are working, but you are not taking the result, and that result is given to Krishna. That is called nishkama karma yoga, is called karma yoga. Because lot of terminology is here. It will confusing. But don't be confused. If you have any doubt, please ask. Again, once again, before entering out of karma yoga, I am entering into finishing before karma yoga. I will just explain, summarize. First, law breakers. So whatever they do is karma, karmis. And they called karmi. They do karma. They called karmis. So in that they don't worry about it. The sakarma, vikarma, they don't have any idea. Just do the karma. They just do activity. They get the result, good or bad or whatever it is. That is called karmi or karmi. So next is karma kanda. Karma kanda means they are the people who are law abiders. They know what is good, what is bad. They have some idea of soul, God, everything they have idea. With that idea, so they are worshipping devatas only, 33 crore devatas only, for a material, temporary materialistic benefit only. They are called karma kandis. And then sakama karma kanda and nishkama karma kanda. And next is sakama karma yoga, again connecting to the Krishna, sakama karma yoga. And again nishkama karma yoga. And the topmost is nishkama karma yoga, that is nothing but karma yoga. Karma yoga means do work for Krishna. That is what mentioned, Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad-Gita. So before that, so much is there. Okay, this is about karma yoga. Next comes jnana yoga. Actually, I forgot to tell you, these 4 yogas, actually in Bhagavad-Gita only 4 main yogas are mentioned. These yogas are considered as this yoga system is considered as a ladder. A ladder has got rungs or steps is there. 1, 2, 3, 4 steps are there. The lower step, the upper step, the next step, like that. So what is the purpose of the ladder? The purpose of the ladder is to go up. I put on a first step on the first step, leg on the first step, second, like that. So in this ladder of yoga ladder, there are 4 steps or 4 rungs. So the lower one is karma yoga. The next one is jnana yoga. The next one is dhyana yoga. The next one is bhakti yoga. This is the 4-step ladder which can be used to get out of this material world. That is important. We have to go to Vaikunta. So now can we consider that these different yogas are inferior and superior to one another? No. Why? Generally people say to, oh, you are a karma yogi, oh, I am a jnana yogi. Oh, you are a jnana yogi, I am a dhyana yogi. Oh, you are a dhyana yogi, I am a bhakti yogi. Generally people have got a misconception that bhakti yoga is means for illiterate people or innocent people or weak people. Because bhakti means, they in their understanding, bhakti means rotating the agarbatti in the puja room, in the temple. But if you are intelligent, you will be reading so many Bhagavad-Gita books, Sanskrit, so much research is doing. That means he is very higher level. Somebody thinking dhyana, oh, I am sitting in Himalayas, closing my eyes or putting head down, legs up. Oh, I am a dhyana yogi. Oh, you are a jnana yogi, you are lower. You are a karma yogi, lower. You are bhakti yogi, more lower. In this way, people have got comparisons. But actually, the comparison is in a different way. What is the comparison? First class, second class, third class, fourth class, 10th class, PhD. Now you cannot say that, well, 10th class is useless compared to PhD. Before passing 10th class, you cannot go to PhD. So 10th class is helping to go to PhD. For that matter, 10th class is more important. Isn't it? Like that, in this yoga system also, we cannot compare each other, we cannot rule out the other. But they are not 4 different ways. Karma yoga is one way, jnana yoga is another way. No. They are all complementary to each other. They are all helping one to other, another to another. So this is the yoga system. So but we have to understand this ladder properly. There is always a danger that people confuse. If you look into Bhagavad-Gita, again we are talking from Bhagavad-Gita only. We have a textbook, we are talking from textbook. If anybody says anything else also, we should be able to discriminate. Well, whatever you are saying is wrong according to Bhagavad-Gita. We should be clear. Right? So, Karma Yoga. Then comes Jnana Yoga. Then comes Dhyana Yoga. Then comes Bhakti Yoga. Again, if you see, end of all these things, there is Yoga. So what is the meaning of yoga? Connecting to Krishna, Bhagavan. That is the important thing we should not forget. Right? So now, Karma Yoga, we have finished. So in Karma Yoga, there is a understanding. What is that? The result is given to Krishna. Right? Whatever the karma is you're doing, the result is given to Krishna. That's Karma Yoga. Right? Some people, these jnani means knowledgeable persons. They have got some knowledge, materialistic knowledge, spiritualistic knowledge, some Sankhya knowledge. They have some knowledge about this world, knowledge about God, knowledge about soul. All these things they got from books. They're called so-called gurus. Basically, they'll get this knowledge on their speculation, guessing work, mental speculation. More than approaching a guru, they acquire this knowledge on their own. It's called like self research. So always it's most of the Anuman Praman. I don't know how many of you remember. There is Pratyaksha Praman, Anuman Praman, Shabda Praman. We have discussed in the second session, I think. Does God exist? For that, whether God is there or not, we have used these three methods: Pratyaksha Praman, Anuman Praman, Shabda Praman. Anuman Praman means guessing work. These Jnanis are most of the time they are guessers. They'll be guessing. This could be like this, God will be like this, so many things. So ultimately, these Jnanis, again, so Jnana Yoga means using this guesswork, again connecting to Krishna. Right? Any yoga system should connect to Krishna. So using our Jnana, knowledge, guessing knowledge also should connect to Krishna. Right? So then, most of the time these Jnanis, they think that God doesn't have a form. Because in that speculation process, they will reach up to impersonal form of God. We have discussed that. God has a form, and God's energies how? Energies doesn't have a form. God is there is a person. He has got so much energy, so many energies. Each and every energy doesn't have a form. Right? But God has a form. But for these people, they come to a level where they can reach energies of God only. They cannot go beyond that. So they actually, it is given, example is given. I think I mentioned that earlier. Okay, let's not go into that. So here, Yajnanis. So using their guesswork, they'll connect to Krishna. That's called Jnana Yoga. And the next comes the Dhyana Yoga. So now, so far, what happened? In Jnana, they came to know that God doesn't have a form. Nirguna, Nirakar, Brahmam. So the next level is God has a form as a Paramatma. It's called Dhyani or Dhyana Yogi, are also called yogis. So they meditate. Instead of working, instead of guessing, now they sit and they meditate. Meditate on what? They meditate on the Paramatma in their heart. So Paramatma is Krishna. Paramatma has got a form, four-handed Narayan form, right? Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padmas having, and size of thumb, everybody size of thumb in the same size. Krishna is there in everybody. So these yogis or dhyanis, they will be doing meditation on the Paramatma. So that is the next level. See the gradual level. And the last one is Bhakta. First one is a Karma Yogi, second one is a Jnana Yogi, third one is a Dhyana Yogi, fourth one is a Bhakti Yogi. Bhakti Yogi is the person who knows that God not only impersonal, God not only Paramatma, God is a person like you and me, having everything or even more than anybody else. Right? God has got senses, God has got form, God has got mind, God has got intelligence, God has got ego. Everything is there just like any other human being, but in a different magnitude, different quantity. Right? Qualitatively one, but quantitatively God is much bigger than any living entity. He is a Bhakta. Bhakta, what he does? He does the Bhakti. Bhakti means service. Bhakta means servant. Bhakti means service. A servant does the service to whom? To himself? Or to equal person? When a person is called servant, a person is called a servant when he is doing a service to somebody is bigger than to him. Then only he is called servant. Then only that is called service. Otherwise it's not called service and he is not called servant. So that means what? God is a person bigger than, better than the Jiva. And the Jiva's duty is to serve God. Jivera Swarupai Krishnera Nityadas. Jivera, Jivas. A Jiva's Swarupa identity. A Jiva's identity or ID card or duty. Jivera Swarupai Krishnera of Krishna Nityadas. Eternal servant of Krishna. So, what is the Bhakti Yoga? What is Bhakti? Bhakti means, Bhakti Yoga means service to Krishna done by all the living entities. Entire amount of living entities individually, they have to serve Krishna. That is called Bhakti. Right? That Bhakti is nothing but akarma. Right? In the last session we left. What is akarma? What is sakarma? What is vikarma? Right? Sakarma means pious activity, vikarma means impious activity or sinful activity. Akarma means bhakti. So what is the power of bhakti? Bhakti will remove your sakarma, bhakti will remove your vikarma. And bhakti will not generate any result, neither good or not bad. On top of that, it will remove both left and right. Sakarma and vikarma can be removed by bhakti. So far we have done so many sakarmas, so many vikarmas. We don't know how much punya we have accumulated, how much papa we have accumulated. Papa is dangerous, punya is more dangerous. Why? Both of them are bringing back you to this material world, into this body. If it is sinful activity, you have to go to lower species of life. 80 lakh species of, and punya karma will bring to human form of life. Either way you have to take birth, you have to take old, you have to get old, get diseased and die, which are painful. We knew very well how birth, old age, disease and death are very painful. So that's why we should have a process, we should have a project. In that project, we have to remove both of these, punya and papa. That is nothing but bhakti. Right? That bhakti is mentioned in Bhagavad-Gita, especially in Bhagavad-Gita first middle 6 chapters, 7 to 12 are mentioned 6 chapters, Bhakti Yoga. And before that 6 chapters called Karma Yoga, and after that 6 chapters called Dhyana Yoga. So this Bhakti Yoga is safely, securely, secretly put it in a box of Bhagavad Gita. Generally the jewels are kept in a box. The box is secured from top and bottom, and in the middle the jewel is kept and locked. Similarly, Krishna kept this Bhakti jewel in the middle of Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita means Bhakti. Bhakti means Bhagavad Gita. Right? So that Bhagavad Gita is talking about akarma. Simply talking. What is the essence of Bhagavad Gita? Akarma. What is the essence of Bhagavad Gita? Bhakti. Especially 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. In that Krishna mentions what is that? This knowledge is secret, guhyam. What is the chapter name itself? Forgot the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Beautiful sloka, 9.2. What is that? Guhyam. Okay, so point is akarma. Akarma is nothing but bhakti. So, bhakti. When the bhakti comes, when you do service, when you think the servitor is better than you, bigger than you, above you, then you serve him. Right? Here Krishna is the bigger than us. That's why we have to do the service. Right? So when you do the service, unless you surrender, To that person, you cannot do service. And one more important thing is, if you want to do some service, you can do service to a person, not to anything else. The service exists between two persons. Otherwise, the service will not exist. There is no meaning of service. Right? You cannot do service to sky. Can you do some service to sky? How can you do some service to sky? Okay, go and serve him. Whom? So there is no meaning of bhakti if there are no two persons. So as I said earlier, yoga is nothing but bhakti. Bhakti is a process, or yoga is a process which is linking these two people. One is the elder people, another is the younger people. So yoga is bhakti, or it's called bhakti yoga. Actually, bhakti should not be added as a yoga. Bhakti itself is a yoga. You don't have to say bhakti yoga. Karma, you can say karma yoga. Jnana yoga. Dhyana yoga. Bhakti yoga. No need of adding yoga, but as a process, okay, yoga also you can add. So bhakti, Bhagavan, bhakta, these three are eternal. Bhakta is always there. Bhakta means we are all bhaktas. Today we may not be bhaktas, but in our original constitution we are bhaktas only. We forgot that we are bhaktas, but we are bhaktas. We are eternal. We are always there. Next, bhakti, service is always there. Why? Bhagavan is always there. So in this world, three things are eternal. Bhakti is eternal, Bhakta is eternal, Bhagavan is eternal. They are always there. Only thing is we have to understand, revive our bhakti, or revive our connection with God. So now we have forgot that relationship. So how we can revive that? That is important question. Right? How we can revive that? There are 9 processes. There are 9 processes by which you can revive your lost relationship with God. What are they? In Bhagavatam actually, these things, 9 things are mentioned. What is that? Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Vishnu. Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. In this way, Sravanam, hearing about God, Krishna. Kirtanam, glorifying Krishna, speaking about Krishna. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu. Smaranam, remembering Krishna. Padasevanam, doing the Padaseva of Vishnu, Krishna. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, worshipping. Vandanam, prayers. Archana, Vandanam, Sakyam, friendship. And Sakyam, Atmanivedanam, surrendering everything to Krishna. So in the history, there are 9 brand ambassadors for these processes. Sravanam, one person, he has perfected his life just by hearing. There is one person who has perfected his life just by speaking about Krishna. Similarly, for 9 processes there are 9 people. Of course, there are so many people, but these are the emblems, examples, exemplary people. So who is that for Shravanam? By hearing about Krishna, he has perfected his life. He went back to Goloka. Who is that person? Parikshit. Is the grandson of Arjuna, son of Abhimanyu. What did he do? 7 days. He was cursed to die in 7 days. What did he do in 7 days? He heard Srimad Bhagavatam. What is Srimad Bhagavatam? Nothing glorious about Krishna. He heard it. And he left his body, he went back to Goloka Vrindavan. He went to Krishna. Next, Savanam Kirtanam. Kirtanam means glorifying Krishna, talking about Krishna. Who is that person? He is a Shukadev Goswami. Shukamarsi, son of Vyasadev. He spoke Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit for 7 days, non-stop. And he has perfected his life. And he went back to Krishna. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. So Smaranam means remembering. 24/7 remembering Krishna. Who is that? Prahlad. What Prahlad would do? He doesn't have anything in his mind. Always Krishna is there in his mind. So in that way, lifelong he remembered Krishna. So it's a tough job, right? He remembered and he perfected his life. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Vishnu, Pada Sevanam. Mother Lakshmi is doing the Pada Seva to Lord Vishnu. So in that way, she is perfecting her life. She has perfected her life. Archanam, Prithu Maharaj. In the history, there is one person, Prithu Maharaj. He worshipped Krishna so nicely, and he perfected his life. He went back to Archanam, Vandanam, Akrura. Uncle of Krishna is Akrura. So Akrura he wrote so many prayers. He did prayer, and he perfected his life, and he went back to Krishna. Sakyam means friendship. Arjuna did friendship with Krishna, and he perfected his life. Sakyam, Dasyam means servitorship. Hanuman did perfect his life by doing service to Lord Ram. Then Atmanivedanam, dedicating everything, including his body, to Krishna. Who is that? Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj gave his head, completely his body gave. Okay, he surrendered everything to Krishna. It's up to you. You take everything. You take all my properties, all my position, everything, including me also. He surrendered everything. And he perfected his life. In this way, this akarma is divided into 9 ways. That is called Navavidha Bhakti. By doing all Navavidha Bhakti or one of them, you can remove your sakarma and your vikarma. And you can clean your account in this world. Nothing left and no need to come back. And that is the power of akarma. So that is what is mentioned in Bhagavad-Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. You forget everything else. You reject all other dharmas. So many dharmas are there. So many characters are there. So many duties are there. Forget about all of them. Reject all of them. Surrender to me. Mam ekam. Me only, not to 33 million devatas. No, to me only. Ekam, mam ekam. Important, very, very important. Sarva dharman parityajya. Mam ekam, sharanam vraja. So what is the effect? Aham, me, aham, I, tvam, you, sarva papebhyo, moksha yushyami mas. I will relieve you from all the good and bad, right? Moksha yishyami masya. Don't worry, I will deliver you from this material world. That is the summary of Bhagavad-Gita 18.66. Before that he said how to do this, how to surrender to Krishna. He said that manmana bhava madbhakta madhyaji mam namaskuru. 4 ways he said. Manmana, think about me. As Krishna, think about me. Manmana, bhava madbhakta, become my devotee. Now we have discussed about what is devotee, what is devotion, what is service, who is a devotee. We have discussed already. Manmana, bhava madbhakta, madhyaji, worship me. According to your capacity, worship me. Put my deity in your home. Put my photo in your home. And worship me according to your capacity. Patram, Pushpam, Balam, Toyam, Yome Bhaktya Prayachati, Tadaham Bhakti Upahritam, Ashnami Pretatmanaha. Give me a flower, give me a fruit, give me a leaf, give me some water, which I only gave you. You don't have to create them. And which are easily available. In this world, what is available? Some leaves are available. Some fruits are available. Some leaves, some flowers are available, which are all given by Krishna. Krishna is so merciful. He did not ask you to give me a costly diamond. He did not ask you to give me $1 million, million rupees. He did not ask any of all these things, because Krishna knows very well who we are, what are our position, what are our possessions, or what is our position. He knows very well. That's why he said he made the bhakti very simple, very easy, very practical, very accessible to all the persons all the time. That's why he said patram pushpam palam toyam. Yome, important thing, bhaktiya. Again bhakti came. Bhaktiya, that is important. Bhakti means love. You have to do that with, give me with love and gratitude. Because why the gratitude should be there? Because I only gave you. Whatever you are eating, whatever you are drinking, whatever you are doing, I only gave you. Before you enjoying them, you offer that to me with love, with gratitude. Done. Ashnami, I am accepting them. Prayatatmanaha. This is bhakti. Right? This is akarma. Unfortunately, people are talking about Bhagavad-Gita. So many slokas, so many lectures, big lectures, pravachnas. But nobody is talking about akarma. They don't tell what is bhakti. They don't tell what is bhakta. They don't know what is, they don't tell about Bhagavan. They don't tell the definition of Bhagavan. This is our unfortunate situation, misfortune. But is Bhagavad-Gita so simple, so easy to understand, so easy to practice. We have distributed in 2021, ISKCON has distributed how many? 26 lakhs of Bhagavad-Gitas throughout world. 26 lakhs, 2.6 million of Bhagavad-Gitas have been distributed. That means 2.6 million people are going to become devotees. Because Bhagavad-Gita as it is giving Bhagavad-Gita as it is. What is Bhagavad-Gita? Bhakti. Bhakti as it is. Bhagavan as it is. Bhakti as it is. Bhakta as it is given to 2.6 million people all over the world. This is the greatness, great contribution of ISKCON. So, if you all understood this process, this Bhagavad-Gita, you should preach this Bhagavad-Gita. You should give this, you should distribute this Bhagavad-Gita wherever is possible, however it is possible. This is our duty. Knowledge comes with responsibility. Now we have acquired the knowledge of Bhagavad-Gita. Bhagavan, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, Karma. Knowledge has come. We know that the relationships, interrelationships. Now what is karma? What is akarma? What is vikarma? What is sakarma? Now we know. Right? Now we have got the responsibility. Practice it and preach it. What is that? Achar and prachar. Achar means practice. Prachar means preaching. Achar prachar is very, very important. So I have done my part. You have to do your part. Isn't it? Nowadays in WhatsApp post people send. I did my duty. What is that? I posted it. And you post it to somebody else. Similarly, I am requesting all of you to post it. Preach. Prachar. Bharata bhumite hoila manushya janma yara janma sardaka kari karo paropakara. Whoever has taken birth in India, great land of India, Bharata Varsha, they have to perfect their life. Because being in India, it is easy to perfect our lives. Not by going to America. Okay? So being in India, it's easy to perfect. Because in India, you can see God everywhere. Yesterday I was realizing, when you are driving in India, you can see God all the time. Right? When you are driving any vehicle, either two-wheeler or four-wheeler or three-wheeler, any wheeler, when you are driving, you cannot forget God. Because driving is such a dangerous thing in India. So being in India, you cannot forget God. Nowadays, nobody there without driving any vehicle, some vehicle. At least you have to drive the cycle. Isn't it? So when you are driving something, you have to remember God. You cannot miss God. India is such a wonderful place. You cannot forget God. You cannot miss God. Why? Every few kilometers, every few meters, you find a temple. At least at least a Devata temple. So in that way, India is such a wonderful place where you can perfect your life easily. Janma, Sardaka, Kari, it's easy to perfect our life. Janma, Sardaka, Kari, Karo Paropakar. Now the duty is you have to give this to others. You have to help others to perfect their lives. That is the duty of India and each and every Indian. This we cannot do, neglect, reject. Okay. I think I have done here. Okay. I hope you are all awake. Hare Krishna. Okay, where are we now? Let me unmute you all and we'll take some questions and comments. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, here I think I have mentioned, just to summarize so that just same slides. So I have mentioned different types of yoga. According to Bhagavad-Gita, there are 4 types of yoga: Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. Right? So this is like a ladder. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this, the rungs or the steps are there. So these are not different paths but are different rungs of the same ladder. We should not think that this is different. Okay, I do Bhakti Yoga, I'll go somewhere. I'll do Karma Yoga, I'll go somewhere. No, it's not like that. Whatever you do, you are going to, you are stepping onto next step. That's all. Okay, Karma, Jnana, Dhyana, Bhakti. And you are entering into the Vaikuntha with Bhakti. Instead of that, you can directly enter into Bhakti also. Right? So Arjuna, same thing. Nishkama Karma Yoga, art of work. Jnana Yoga, impersonal, transcendentalist, elevation process to spiritual consciousness through the cultivation of philosophical knowledge. That is called Jnana Yoga. Right? So reading books, troublesome path, promoted to Bhakti Yoga only through association of devotees. Yes. So whoever is in Jnana Yoga, they will be promoted to Bhakti Yoga. How? Just by coming in contact with the devotees, they will become bhaktas. This happened in the history. There are 4 Kumaras. Chatush Kumars are there. So they were Jnanis. They were doing some lot of research and they have some idea of God. But immediately they became bhaktas as soon as they smelled the smell of tulasi, which is offered to lotus feet of Krishna in the Vaikuntha. And Shukadev Goswami, he was a Jnani. The speaker of Bhagavatam is Shukadev Goswami is a Jnani by birth. But when he heard about Krishna, he became a Bhakta. And he preached Bhagavatam. So in that way, Jnani will become a Bhakta by the association of Bhaktas. So now Ashtanga Yoga, 8 limbs. So Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. So these are the 8 limbs of Bhakti. So Ashtanga Yoga, what they do? They can do so many things. They can float in the air. They can jump up and down. They can do so many things. Okay, I have discussed that. Ashtanga Yoga. Dangers of falling. I have 3 levels. Okay, Bhagavan, we have already discussed this. Krishna has got three things: Brahmajyoti, Paramatma, and personal. So Jnanis go to Brahmajyoti, Ashtanga Yogis Paramatma, Bhakti Yoga, personal form of the Lord. So they reach Krishna personally. Okay, and yoga for selfless ecstatic love. This is called easiest means to derive our dormant inherent constitutional position. So bhakti process, what is the benefit? What is the great advantage of bhakti means we can revive our dormant God consciousness. Just by doing bhakti akarma, the inherent, the dormant love of Krishna or God is will come out, right? This is the easiest means. You cannot, whether jnana, karma, dhyana, these are troublesome processes. Actually, if you read Bhagavad-Gita, dhyana is such a trouble. Arjuna rejects. Krishna said, Arjuna, you have to do dhyana. You become a dhyana yogi. Arjuna said that, no, sorry, I cannot do that. Dhyana yoga means controlling the mind and senses. Arjuna said, I cannot control my mind. I can control the wind, but I cannot control the mind. He rejects. He rejects the other processes. Okay. Bhakti Yoga. 9 process of devotion. That's what I say. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevana, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. The most powerful of the 9 processes of bhakti is the hearing and chanting. Yes. Out of these 9, what are the easiest? Sravanam and Kirtanam. We have been hearing. You have been hearing since last 10 sessions. That means bhakti. That means you don't have to start bhakti tomorrow onwards. We are already started our bhakti. Since last 10 sessions, we have been doing bhakti. We are already in the bhakti process. We are akarma. We are doing akarma. That akarma has cleared so many vikarma and sakarma without your knowledge. You didn't know that. You have cleared so much sakarma and vikarma without your knowledge. So that is the power of bhakti. Well, you may say that tomorrow onwards I will do bhakti. I will do akarma. No, your akarma is already started. In the starting lectures I was telling, you don't know the great fortune of you coming here into these sessions. You will know at the end of session. I told you. Today I am telling that what was that. What is that? Without your knowledge, so many papas have gone. By taking prasadam, hearing Krishna Katha, singing Hare Krishna, you have done so much. You did Sravanam, you did Kirtanam, you did Smaranam. You did not do Padasevanam, you did Archanam, Vandanam, prayers, Dasya may not, Sakyam may not, Atmanivedanam may not. But at least Shravanam, Kirtanam definitely happened. And that way, that is the powerful akarma you have done. Okay, quickly, Bhakti Yoga. Yeah, that's what. Yoginam api sarvesham madgatena antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamo mataha. So he said that who is that yogi? Whoever is thinking about me, he is the best yogi. He did that. Of all yogis, the one with great faith, who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and renders transcendental loving service to me, is the most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. Okay, methods of attaining bhakti. Gradual method. Okay, first step 1 is karma yoga or nishkama karma yoga, then jnana yoga, then dhyana yoga or ashtanga yoga, and next is bhakti yoga. Okay, this is a step by process, right? To get onto a 20-floor building, you can go step by step. And there is another way called lift. You get into the lift and press the button, you go to topmost floor. Similarly, in this process also, you can go a gradual method. First you start with karma yoga and become a nishkam karma, then jnana, then ashtanga, then bhakti. No, I don't want to waste my time. I have very less time. So I just simply get into the lift. That is directly coming into bhakti yoga. That you already did. You are already in the lift. You are already on the top floor. That's called direct method. Devotional service to Krishna in consciousness is the in this there are 2 bhakti. Vaidhi bhakti, Raghanuga bhakti. This we will be discussing in next session little elaborately. The direct method is like taking an elevator or going up. Instead of walking up all the steps. Instead of that, here is the one. Get into the lift, press the button, you are on the top floor. Okay, that is the session today. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Okay, where is this? Okay, Hare Krishna. Yeah. So you are unmuted. If there are any questions, comments, please go ahead. Hare Krishna. Let me Where is this? Okay. Come on.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Stop share. Okay. Srinivasarao garu,
Hari Govind Prabhuji.
what is happening? Did you get what you are looking for? Is it clear?
Prabhuji, are you
Yes.
able to hear me?
Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, I'm here. I'm able to hear you. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Very clear, Sabha Guruji. I'm able to get, but I have two questions. I have put it in the text box.
Okay, 1 minute. Let's take Srinivas Gari questions. What is the relation between Krishna and Vishnu? Oh, okay, I think, yeah. Very good. Krishna being the origin for everything, is Vishnu a form of Krishna? One thing, okay. Who is Shiva? How is he related to Krishna? Is he equal to Krishna or Vishnu? Very good. Very, very important to popular and more controversial, so many things. Especially these two questions. These two questions. I hope I will take a entire session to answer these questions. But before going that, definitely I will shortly answer them. Okay. Okay. Before that, okay. Let's see.
I think
How-
Prabhuji, once you answered also, I think.
Oh no. One thing. Oh, this question is the Bala's question. Okay, now. So Srinivas question. How to do akarma to Krishna through bhakti? Okay. Shravanam, Kirtanam. Yeah. Okay. But they are also some form of karma only. Why they are called a karma? Beautiful question. Right question to this session. Yes. Why a karma? So why a karma? So what is karma? Karma means activity, right? For each action there is a reaction. That is called karma. Right? Karma pratikarma, charya praticharya, activity and reaction. So now any other activity other than these 9, whatever you do, it will bind you. Means either you have to be enjoying or suffering. Whether to enjoy or suffer in this material world, you have to come to this. Coming here means birth, old age, disease and death, which are painful. So whereas this Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, these 9 processes, they will not bring you back. They will not give you any reaction. Right? Not only that, they will remove some older reactions which are waiting to act upon. So that's why it's called akarma. The reason why a added for karma means it doesn't give any reaction.
Beautiful answer, Swamiji.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, above that, there is one more question. Can you please see that?
Okay, yes. Can we meditate on Dashavataram Bhagwan or only Krishna Bhagwan only? See, again, answer from Bhagavad-Gita. So I don't want to speculate. నా సొంత కవిత్వం చెప్పదలుచుకోలే. ఓకే, ఐ వాంట్ గివ్ ఏ స్టాండర్డ్ ఆన్సర్. కృష్ణ ఇస్ టెలింగ్ సర్వధర్మాన్ పరిత్యజ్య మాం ఏకం. Krishna doesn't have language problem. Krishna doesn't have grammar problem. He said that Mam Ekam, me only. Why did he say that? Why didn't he say that? Well, I have incarnated as Vishnu, I have incarnated as Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha. Why did he knows that. But why didn't he say that? What does that mean? If you want Krishna, you have to worship Krishna. Yes, why the other avatars are there? They have their own purpose. Narasimha came for a different purpose. Rama came for a different purpose. Matsya came different purpose. But whereas Krishna is the Swayam Bhagavan, he is the original personality. So it's called Avyabhicharini Bhakti. Right? Means what do you call? Condensed, right? You know, if you take a liter of milk and you boil, at the end this much will be, you will get. That's called sandesh. It's a real Sandesh. This is my Sandesh you will live. What does that mean? Similarly, this is all like that. So Krishna is like that condensed milk. Right? So, as Krishna said, yes, he said, you worship me, then we'll worship Krishna. Now, this is another extension to this. Then, what is the connection, relationship between Vishnu and Krishna? I
Yeah.
told in the earlier sessions, Vishnu, Krishna are same. How? I tell you what. Krishna in the office is called Vishnu. Krishna, when he goes to office, is Vishnu. What is the office? This material world. To create this material world, Krishna is expanded as Vishnu. Karnodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. There are three Vishnus. These three Vishnus, what they are doing? They are taking care of this entire material universes. Unlimited universes are there. In each and every universes, there are three Vishnus. But Krishna is only one. So Krishna is the source of all the Vishnus. Suppose there are million universes are there. There are at least 2 million Vishnus are there. Right? 1 million universes, there 2 million Vishnu. One Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, one Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. 2 million. One Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. So that is the relationship between Krishna and Vishnu. According to Bhagavad-Gita and Bhagavatam. Okay? And the next one, I want to answer.
One person, Swamiji, here. This, I am already meditating on Lakshmi Narasimha.
Okay?
How to change that in my mind to Krishna?
When you can change that, you are worshipping Krishna in the form of Lakshmi Narasimha.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong. It's another incarnation. Yes. We also worship Narasimha Swami. Yes, end of the session. In each and every ISKCON temple, we, Srila Prabhupada installed Lakshmi Narasimha Swami. Enduko, why Lakshmi Narasimha is a very merciful incarnation. Very merciful incarnation. Is a Bhakta Vatsala. Because he doesn't tolerate the troubles of devotee, Prahlad.
Yeah, correct.
He just came like that. Within a minute he came and he did his job. And he protected his devotee.
Yeah.
So that's why Lakshmi Narasimha, especially Bhaktas, they worship Lakshmi Narasimha so much. Even including ISKCON also. We don't to disregard or disrespect. It's authorized worship. Right? So you are good. You are good.
But how to divert from Lakshmi Narasimha to Sri Krishna in our mind is gradually.
Gradually, what we do? See, when you worship Krishna, you are worshipping all the avatars. You understand?
Yeah.
I come to your house and I give a card to you. Sir, please come to my daughter's marriage. That means your entire family is invited. Not only you.
Yeah.
But if I come and give card to your son and please come, then you are not included in that.
Yeah.
Similarly here also, if you worship Krishna, if you chant Krishna's mantra, if you Krishna worship, you are worshipping Narasimha, you are Vara, Kurma, Martha, everybody you are worshipping. You got it?
Yeah, got it, sir.
Like that. It should be like that, yes. So now we know that Krishna is the root. Who is God session? We have decided. According to Bhagavad, Krishna is telling, I am source of everything. Matta sarvam pravartate. Krishna is telling, everything is emanating from the Aham sarvasya prabho. I am greater than anything and everybody. Everything and everybody. Then Krishna is origin. Then if we worship origin, we are worshipping avatars, we are worshipping devatas, we are worshipping all the living entities also. There are unlimited living entities, we are worshipping them also, just by worshipping Krishna.
No, but our Purana says that Vishnu has incarnated into 10 avatars, whereas now you are saying Krishna has gone into different avatars. Why
Okay,
this difference?
very good, good question. Yeah, that is the one. So here, what is that? Let me, Krishna, as I said now, Krishna has got 6 kinds of avatars. We know 10 Dashavatara. Actually, there are 24 incarnations which are mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. If you go to Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, third chapter, there are 24 incarnations. This Dashavataras, Jaidev Goswami, he wrote a song on 10 avatars. In the 10 avatars, if you look into that, there is no Krishna. If you look into that, first is Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, Parashurama, Rama, Balarama, Buddha, Kalki. In that, Krishna is not there.
It is astonishing.
Astonishing. Yes, people just to know, many people they don't know that. But actually, Jayadeva Goswami did not mention Krishna as an incarnation. Because why? He knows very well. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Etechamsa Kalapamsha. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Indrari Vyakulam Lokam. Madhajanti Yuge Yuge. Bhagavatam. Vasudev, he has described all the 24 incarnations. And at the end he said that. What he said? Etechamsa Kalapamsa. All these incarnations, they are Amsha and Kala. Kala means Bhagavan is there, his Amsha is there. Amsha is there. Amsha is there. That Amsha of Amsha is called Kala. So all these incarnations are either Amsha or Kala. But Krishna's tu means but, Krishna's tu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. There is one book called Brahma Samhita, which is written by Brahma. In that he is mentioning that Ramadi Murtishu Kalaniyamena Tishtan Nanavataram Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Ramadi, Rama, Parashurama, Balarama, Ramadi Murtishu, all the incarnations. Kalaniyamena Tishtan, again Amsha Kala. Ramadimurti Kalaniyam Nanavataram Akarot Bhuvaneshu Kintu. But Krishna is the supreme, Krishna is the original. So now how come Vishnu has incarnated 10 Dashavataras or 24 avatars? Means when Krishna to descend into this material world, he has to come through Vishnu only. Even the President of India is there. When he wants to come to Hyderabad, he has to come with Chief Minister. He has to tell Chief Minister, hey Chief Minister, I am coming, I would like to come to Hyderabad. Then what the Chief Minister do? He will do all the arrangements. So in this material world, Kshirodakashai Vishnu is the one who is ruling this universe. So when Krishna comes, he has to come through Kshirodakashai Vishnu only. Whatever the incarnation Krishna has to take, he has to take through the Vishnu, the four-handed Kshirodakashai Vishnu only. Either Matsya, Kurma, whatever the incarnation he has to take, he has to take through the Vishnu. That's why they are called incarnations of Vishnu. But source of Vishnu is Sankarshan. Sankarshan source is Narayan. Narayan source is another Sankarshan. Sankarshan is Balram. His source is Krishna. Topmost Krishna is there. From Krishna Balram comes. From Balram Sankarshan comes. Sankarshan Narayan comes. From Narayan another Sankarshan comes. From that Sankarshan Karnodakshai Vishnu comes. From him Garbhodakshai Vishnu. From him Kshirodakshai Vishnu. So much is there. We didn't know all these things. We just watched some movies, NTR movies, and we said, well, Vishnu, Krishna is the incarnation of Vishnu. Yes, incarnation of Vishnu. But what about the background? We didn't know that. They are not bothered. First of all, they may not be knowing also. But it is there in the Shastras, especially in Bhagavatam. It is there. Yeah, our authoritative scripture is Bhagavatam, Brahma Samhita. So if you look into this, yes, you will find all the answers to these questions. So that is the relationship between Vishnu and Krishna. I hope if anybody has got any doubt, please speak up, because this took me so much time to come out of this thing. Initially I was also like, I heard this session, I couldn't digest. All my life, I heard that Krishna is the incarnation of Vishnu. Now you are coming and telling that no, Vishnu is the incarnation of Krishna. It took so much time for me, but it will be cleared. So this is the Shastric understanding, right? So not a speculative understanding, or it's a personal opinion like that. Okay, I
Thank
think.
Harigovind
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
thank you. Yes.
Harigovind Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, you thanks for telling about karma and in details, Prabhuji. So I have small doubt.
Mm-hmm.
So with the intention of doing a karma, we will be doing chanting and hearing,
Mm-hmm.
but our mind will not be. Sometimes it will be there with Krishna, and sometimes it will go somewhere and again come back. Does it still become a karma? Because even though our mind is not there, we will be
Oh
chanting and
no,
we will be
no
hearing.
problem, no problem. See, the important thing. See, especially we Indians, have got this understanding that especially we have came from the background of Mayavadam and Dhyana process, especially Jnana, especially Shankaracharya is a Jnani, basically is a Jnani. So we came from that background. In that background, what is there? Dhyanam. Dhyana means focusing our mind on certain point. Especially they focus on the mind on the light. They put a simple bulb. If you look into Brahma Kumaris, in their courtyard, there is a big, tall pole is there. On the top of the pole, they put small light. I don't know why they don't put a big light. They put a small light, and people sitting around and focusing on that. In their understanding, that light is God, and their goal is to focus. They should not, deviate their mind and simply focus on the light. From that background we came. So now here our process, the akarma process is, first of all we have to understand who is Bhagwan, Krishna. Not only understanding, accepting him. Okay, he is Krishna big, I am his bhakta, very small. And my duty or my identity is his servant, and my duty is to serve him. This is the understanding we have to establish. After this, now I have to serve him. The best way of serving, if I say, Srinivas garu unnaru.
sir.
ఓకే, శ్రీనివాస్ గారు ఉన్నారు, రైట్? శ్రీనివాస్ గారు, నేను శ్రీనివాస్ గారి గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నా. శ్రీనివాస్ గారు చాలా గొప్పవారండి, వారు చక్కగా వింటారు, చాలా బాగా అర్థం చేసుకుంటారు అని చెప్పి నేను శ్రీనివాస్ గారి గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. ఇఫ్ ఐ స్పీకింగ్ టు శ్రీనివాస్ గారు, అండ్ will that Srinivas garu will be liking it or don't like it?
Definitely liking it.
Definitely liking it, isn't it? Where that has come from? That has come from Krishna only. Because Srinivas garu is a part and parcel of Krishna. Whatever the qualities Krishna has, Srinivas garu also has. Right? Now, if I glorify, if I mention Srinivas garu name, then if I mention Krishna's name also, Krishna also same thing. Why doesn't Krishna like it? So here, Shravanam, I am hearing about Krishna. Then Krishna knows that, oh, this fellow is interested about hearing about me, and I am chanting Krishna's name. Whether mind going here, that is not important. Whether I am obedient to Krishna or not, whether I am loving Krishna or not, whether I am doing Krishna's likes or not, that is the question. Mind goes, nature of mind is to go here and there. What else mind do? Mind does. We don't have to worry about it. Of course, we have to focus our mind, right? When I am chanting the mantra, my mind should be on that mantra, that sound vibration. Especially, we recommend, not me recommend, Shankaracharya is recommending, ekam shastram devaki putra geetam, eko deva devaki putra eva, ekas mantras tasya namani yani, karmapyekam tasya devasya seva. In the third stanza is mentioning Ekas mantras tasya namanyani. Let there be only one mantra, that is Krishna's name. We have got so many mantras. Hundreds of thousands of mantras are there. But what Shankaracharya is telling, let there be only one mantra for the entire world, entire creation, that should be Krishna's name. Right? What are we doing that? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In that, Radha Krishna, Sita Rama, or Radha Krishna, both. Both are Krishna's names. That is our mantra. When I am hearing that mantra, when I am chanting that mantra, I am hearing the same mantra, done. My job is done. Whatever as Shankaracharya recommended, that is done. No deviation from anywhere. Whatever Acharya said, that too Shankaracharya. Of course, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbarka, Vishnu Swami, everybody said the same thing, but I am taking Shankaracharya because he is in the first in the order. First Shankaracharya came. And he is mentioning that you do Krishna's name. So in that way, in that process, let their mind goes there, comes back, no problem. But as with so much affection, love and affection, am I chanting Krishna's name or not? That is the criteria. If we are doing that, mind automatically will come. Initially it may be taking some time, going here and there, that's fine. Krishna knows. Krishna is not like a hard-hearted person. Krishna does, you have to hear my name, otherwise I'll shoot you. No, it's not
But
like that.
affection should be there.
Affection should be there. When that affection comes, a girl is loving a boy. Why? Because she knows about him. She knows about all his good qualities, all his possession, so many things she knows about that boy, and then she automatically loves. The love then only develops, not love at first sight. No, that's not right. Love at first is not the right. Love should be developed gradually. With knowledge, it should come with knowledge. We should get the knowledge of Krishna. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tektva deham punarjanmana iti mameti so Arjuna. Bhagavad-Gita 4th chapter, Krishna is telling, you understand my janma, you understand my activities, which are transcendental, not of this material world, and you develop some love. If you know about Krishna more and more, you automatically fall in love with Krishna. Once you fall in love with Krishna, what else you do? You hear about him, you chant him, you remember him. You cannot do anything else.
Life is with Krishna.
Life is with Krishna. That's it. Thank you. Like that, Prabhu. So don't worry about your mind is going this way, that way. That's not the criteria. Yes. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yes. Any more? Okay, there is one more question left. Who is Shiva? Okay, so I forgot to tell you, Krishna takes 6 types of incarnations. Krishna takes first Guna Avataras, next to Leela Avataras, next to Manvantara Avataras, next to what is that? Leela Avatara, Guna Avatara, Manvantara, Purusha Avataras. First Purusha Avatara actually. Krishna takes Purusha Avatara. Purusha Avatara means 3 Vishnus. This is Purusha Avataras. The purpose of Purusha Avataras is to create the material universe. Spiritual world is there. For the sake of living entity, he has to create the material world. So he creates the material world. So Purusha Avataras. Then Guna Avataras. Once Purusha Avataras created this material world is filled with 3 gunas. Sattva, Rajas, Tamo guna. To rule the Sattva guna, Krishna will become Vishnu. To rule the Rajoguna, Krishna will become Brahma. To rule the Tamoguna, Krishna will become Shiva. So Krishna, to rule the Tamoguna, he incarnated as Shiva. Why Tamoguna? Because if you are not in Tamoguna, you cannot destroy. If you want to kill somebody, you should be drunk. You have to enter into Tamoguna, complete ignorance. Then only you kill somebody. That means destruction. You have to do some destruction. Unless you are in Tamoguna, you cannot do destruction. In Sattvaguna, you cannot do destruction. It's not possible. Maybe Rajoguna a little bit here and there, but Sattvaguna, no. Vishnu cannot destroy. So that's why Krishna incarnated as Lord Shiva to destroy this world. Because this world has got some starting point, ending point. He has to end this world. How he can? Who can end this world? Krishna can only end this world because he only created. He only can end this world, destroy. So as it is Krishna, he cannot destroy. So he has to take another form, that is Lord Shiva. And he destroys. Laya. Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Both are done by Krishna in different forms. So that is Gunavataras. Purushavataras, Gunavataras, Leelavataras. To attract the devotees, to attract the living entities, he will do some Leelas. Krishna Leela, Rama Leela, Narsimha Leela. These are all Leelas. These are all Leela Avataras. Next, Manvantara Avataras. Manvantara Avatar, each and every Manus are there. 14 Manus are there. In one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus. Now is Vaivasvata Manu. Swarochisa Manu, Savarni, Brahma Savarni Manu. In this way, there are 14 Manus. So, who is this Manus? They are the incarnation of Krishna only. Swayambhuva Manu, Swarochisa Manu, Savarni Manu. In this way, say 14 Manus are there. These are Manvantara Avataras. Next is, what is that?
Yuga Avatar, Prabhuji.
Yugavatar. Yugavatara is that part of Yugavatar? I think, yeah, Yugavatar. No, there is one more. Shakti Avesh Avatar. Very important. Shakti Avesh. What does that mean? Krishna empowers an ordinary living entity to become like Krishna. It's like Shakti Avesh Avatar. Just like what is said, Parashuram is a Shakti Avesh Avatar. And next to who is the Shakti Avesh? Vyasadeva is a Shakti Avesh Avatar. Prithu Maharaj is a Shakti Avesh Avatar. In this way, Shakti Avesh Avatar is there. And Yugavatar. Yugavatar? I'm a little confused. Yugavatar is there or six kinds of Leela, Guna, Purusha, Manvantara, Shakti Avesha, and Yugavatar. Maybe Yugavatar also. So 6 types of avatars Krishna takes. So that is the answer for okay. Okay, so what is the meaning of Hare Krishna mantra? Wow, wonderful. Very good. So right time. I think you can wait next session. Next session, practical applications of Bhagavad-Gita. How to implement Bhagavad-Gita in our day-to-day life. That is the session. Right? We have understood Bhagavad-Gita very well. Okay, very good. So how to implement it in my day-to-day life? I am a software engineer. I am a lawyer. I am a doctor. I am a professor. How can I implement this Bhagavad-Gita in my day-to-day life? I am a housewife. How can I implement Bhagavad-Gita in my life? This is a question, right? So if I give all the sessions and okay, bye bye, thank you very much for your patient audience, there is no use, right? It's like, going to the doctor, diagnosing the disease, getting the prescription, buying the medicine, and putting in the locker and throwing the key away. Is there any use? It is like that. It's not like, it's like that. So the next session is very, very important. Whether you have attended all these sections or not, please attend the last session. That is the 7th session. Practical application. 700 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. How to implement in our day-to-day life. Otherwise, what is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita? Why did Krishna give Bhagavad Gita? Sorry. There is a purpose, right? Each and every shloka, from first shlokas to last shloka. Dharma kshetre, kurukshetre, samaveta yutsava. Starting from that shloka to, what is that? Last shloka. There should be an application. That we will be discussing in the next session. So the mantra, the meaning of Hare Krishna mantra, I will explain in that.
Guruji, one request.
Yes.
We have heard a lot of things in this session and we came to know many things in this session.
Mm-hmm.
So can you share this video?
Oh yeah, definitely. Right away.
Kind heart.
It's already being recorded. It's there on the YouTube. I'll put the link once this session is done. Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
I am going to give you a book. What I have discussed, where I have discussed, there is a book. I will be giving once we come back to our My Home Jewel, when we are having the physical sessions. I will be giving you a certificate. I will be giving a hard book, and I will be giving you the a, CD, or not CD actually, the 4, 6, 7 files of these sessions. So you can have in all means. The whole idea is you have to understand, you have to assimilate, and you have to preach this knowledge wherever will possible for you,
Yeah,
wherever is applicable for you.
correct, sir.
Yeah. So my goal of this session is just you hear and you just forget and you go away, I go away. No, no, no. Whether I am there or you are not, wherever you are, wherever possible, you have to disseminate this knowledge in your circles, wherever is possible. Then only this the goal of this session is fulfilled. Otherwise, it's incomplete.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So, yeah. Okay. Anything else? Thank you very much for your wonderful questions and patience. Uh,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Kamal.
Kamalji, Hari Bol, Hare
Yes.
Krishna. Tell me.
Very nice session.
Thank you.
Bhakti is what it's Bhagavad-Gita. It is akarma
Mhm.
and 9 powerful akarmas that
Mhm.
we have gone through it. Very, very interesting.
Yes.
And came to know today only.
Yes.
Bits of pieces, maybe there we would have heard uh, Kirtan, Smaranam, but
Yeah.
we have not heard that there are 9 of it.
Yes.
And but the bit at the last week, it's a bit confusing. We have like 3. We always heard that 3 devs are there: Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. And then just you told that much during the session that Krishna sent his avatar as Vishnu to the to this world.
Mhm.
But and in Bhagavad Gita we are saying that Krishna has preached Arjuna. So a bit confusing. Is it Krishna has come here? Lord Krishna has come here, or
Good question. Very intelligent question. Very intelligent question. Yes. Yes.
thank you.
So Kamalji's question, I don't know how many of you understood, but I will explain what his question is. To that extent I understood. What he's asking is, you told that Krishna is sent to Vishnu's to this world,
Mhm.
right? But
Correct.
we know that Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Instead of Vishnu speaking, why Krishna spoke to Arjuna Bhagavad Gita? Vishnu has to speak, right? Because Vishnu is there in the material world. Is that what, Kamalji?
Yes, you're right.
Thank you.
Perfect.
So the answer is, as I said earlier, Krishna sent his avatars. According to the requirement, Krishna incarnated in this world. There is a requirement for Matsya avatar. Krishna came as Matsya. Krishna is incarnated as Narasimha, because there is a requirement for Narasimha avatar. Narasimha, there is a requirement. There is a specific requirement. There is one requirement as Nara, there is one requirement as Simha,
Shiva. Okay.
right? There is another requirement as Narasimha. We are so crooked, people are so crooked. Krishna is to address all of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, he has to fulfill all of it. So, but sometimes Krishna only comes. In
Okay.
each day of Brahma, every 862 crore years of time, Krishna comes only once. Every 862 crore years, Krishna comes only once. Why
Okay.
Krishna comes? Why Krishna comes? There are many reasons, but I tell you very few. What happens? People are confused who is God. People don't know. People understand everybody has God. There are two extremes, sir. People think that there is no God. There is another extreme called everybody is God. Both are wrong.
Mhm.
Isn't it? God is God. Not everybody is God. And at the same time, there is God. People are thinking there is no God. Today, 99% of the people are, they think that there is no God. There is nobody is in control. And people think that Everybody, whoever is little, show mystic powers, they think as God. They think him as God. Because so much chaos is there. To remove this chaos, Krishna descends. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. To annihilate the miscreants, right? To protect the devotees, to re-establish the dharma. What is that dharma? That dharma is nothing but this bhakti, surrender. To establish this only Krishna is coming. Not only that, to remove the confusion of the people about God. When Krishna came, he proved that he is God. He did so many contradictory things. All the contradictions are land in Krishna only. Rama, no problem. You take any avatar, no problem. But Krishna is all problems. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Krishna, all contradictions. If you see, everybody accepting Krishna, God is a very difficult thing, especially in India. Isn't it? Rama, Rama is a good boy, no problems at all. But whereas Krishna is very mischievous. So, Krishna proved that I am the source of contradictions. He only solved all the contradictions.
When
And
he'll come back, Swamiji?
he just came 5,000 years back. Just like, he just few minutes back he came. 862 crore years minus 500. How fortunate we are. The effect is
Better
still,
Prabhuji.
the effect is still there. Krishna's
No, better
appearance.
Prabhuji.
Ah,
Yeah, better Prabhuji, we should go there.
yeah. Another 862 crore years, no, no way. Krishna. So that is the thing. So now, Kamalji, I think I
Ji,
answered your question, right? What did I say? Yeah, what
Ji,
was?
yeah. Yeah,
No, no.
after means 862 crore years, he comes in, then the God comes,
Yes,
Krishna
yeah,
comes in.
yeah.
But
So that is, yeah,
it
yeah,
is
yeah,
again
yeah.
it is
No,
raising
no.
a little this thing. Sorry,
Go ahead, go ahead.
that means that the avatara of Krishna, Lord Krishna, were not capable of, resolving the issues, or just I'm sorry to say this, but just this coming in my mind. So
Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, why? The avatar was not able to uh, do the whatever work was given to the avatar, or why for one day? I to come. Avatar can do it.
Oh, anytime, yeah, he can come anytime, but he is so busy. He has to visit so many Brahmas are there. This is not one universe and one Brahma. You understand? They in
My
our
my my question is little different. I am saying that since it is a Krishna avatar, so the Vishnu will have all the powers of Krishna.
okay,
Then why Krishna has itself to come?
okay, very good. Yeah, okay, that's the fundamental question. Yes, why Krishna comes? Generally, I'll give this example. Okay, this will solve the problem. There is a nice big function is going on. Okay, there is
Yeah.
one mother. There is one mother hmm, having a month-old baby. The mother is busy in in the function. Some marriage is happening, right? So this baby is crying. There are hundreds of mothers. Each and every mother is taking that baby into the lap, and that baby is not stopping crying. She keep on crying, crying, crying. Whichever mother she takes, she doesn't even crying more. How long she cries? Till she lands in the lap of her
Mother,
own mother,
mother.
she
Yeah.
won't stop.
Mhm.
Isn't it?
Yeah. That. Yeah.
Similarly, especially the bhaktas, the devotees of Krishna wants to see Krishna. That's why Krishna has to come. That is the internal reason. Why Krishna comes? Because Krishna wants to please his devotees.
Mhm.
Nobody else. No Vishnu can solve that problem. No
Mhm.
Matsya, nobody can solve. Krishna, the original person, has to come. The original mother, the original father, the original friend. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhana Pran. Everything is Krishna. That Krishna has to come to please his devotees. That's why he comes.
Okay.
That's another internal reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes, good question.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, very nice. Very, very wonderful, intelligent questions. Yes, this is a good audience. I like this. Okay, anything, any more?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Okay, I think, okay, Shivaji Prabhu is there. Vivek Prabhu is there.
Swamiji, one
Hare
last
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
question.
Prabhu. Ah,
One last question.
yeah, go ahead.
If we plead like that baby who cries for her mother,
Hmm.
if we plead Krishna, will he come to the world?
अनन्यश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जना पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहामि अहम्. Very, very important shloka in Bhagavad Gita. What is saying? Yogakshemam vahami aham. Aham means me. Vahami. Vaha means vehicle. English and Sanskrit are both so close. Vahami, vehicle. Means what? Krishna is telling that I personally come and take care of my devotee. What is the taking care of devotee? Protecting whatever you have, giving what you don't have. I will do that personally. And Krishna is telling to the Arjuna. And next he is telling that he is asking Arjuna, you declare, Kaunteya pratijanehi name bhakta pranashyati. Arjuna, you declare that Krishna will come and take care of you. Why he is asking Arjuna to declare? Why can't he declare? He already declared. But he is not stopped there. Arjuna, you declare. Why? Because if Krishna takes a promise, he can go back. Nobody can question because he is God. Who will question him? Nobody can question, right? Hey Krishna, you did a vow. Why did you take fulfill it? Nobody can question because he is Krishna. That's why he said that Arjuna, you declare. Why? Krishna's duty is to take care of the vow of his devotee. If Arjuna declares that, Krishna has to fulfill. You understand that? If we have that faith, Krishna personally comes.
Will come.
Krishna will not send his incarnations. Krishna won't send his devotees. Nobody. Krishna has to come personally. To protect Draupadi, Krishna has to come. Can't Krishna send anybody?
You can send.
He can send, but Krishna came alone. He has to come. From Delhi to from Dwarka to Delhi, he has to come personally.
Yeah, now I understood, Swamiji.
That is Vahami Aham means. Very, very beautiful sloka, important sloka. He will take personal care of his devotees. That's why he is coming. As Kamalji asked the question, he is coming alone. Why? He can send anybody and everybody to take care of the world. But no, he has to come. He has that relationship. That is the intimate relationship. Bhagavad Gita is so deep.
So he will surpass that 5,62,000 crores years, everything, you know.
And yeah, he will come.
Yeah.
It has happened in the history. There are so many incidents. He doesn't have to wait 860 crore years to come. No, no. Who knows? He may be coming every day. Who knows? Depending on the situation of the devotee.
Yeah, devotee. Yeah, right.
Yeah? It's not a big problem for him. Why he has to wait for 862 crore years? He doesn't have to. It just happened. Just to when Draupadi, he said, "Hey Krishna, hey Govinda." The letter was not finished. The Govinda word is not finished. Hey Krishna, hey Govinda was not finished. Krishna came. So quick. Krishna is so quick. Time is not a problem for him. That is Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Swamiji, we are indebted to you. You have spent 3 hours. We are very much grateful to you.
Thank you. I am grateful to you because sitting here is very easy. Sitting there is very tough, and you are tolerating me for the last 3 hours. That means you have more patience than me. I thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
In fact, we are enlightening ourselves, awakening
Hare,
ourselves. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Yes,
Okay.
Kamalji. Okay. Anything last? But please don't miss our last session. Of course, this is online last session. Of course, we will be having our my home sessions continuously for the till whatever the time Krishna allows. But till we come personally, so we will be continuing online. Okay. Can I end it here?
Sure, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Okay, Swami.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Namaskar.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.